With Nintendo's E3 2021 Direct drawing closer and closer, with it comes the increased likelihood that we're drawing to the end of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate post-release content. If Sakurai is to be believed, that means that we're drawing closer to the end of updates to the game in general. As many of you know, I'm a pretty big Super Smash Bros. Fan, so I have a lot of thoughts on what I think the game needs to accomplish before they call it quits. So let's talk about it. The elephant in the room with a video like this at a time like this is obviously the fighters everyone wants to see and/or thinks we will see announced to round out the 6 we were promised with the Fighters Pass Volume 2. I have stated ad nauseum the characters I wanted and/or thought would make it, and actually called 3 of them right, technically 4, across both fighter passes if we're not accounting for characters that leaked like Hero. And like I said in those videos, I've personally been satisfied with the character offering in Smash Ultimate since launch. The only newcomer off the top of my head that I wanted since the end of Smash 4 was Inkling, and thanks to the everyone is here thing Smash Ultimate has going for it, I got my all-time favorite Smash character in the form of Pokemon Trainer. The Fighter Pass has only brought me additional characters to want to play from time to time in one way or another. I love Banjo-Kazooie, so them being included was exciting until it sunk in that they were very campy and, in my opinion, uninteresting to play as and against. In the second pass, my ARMS main made it into the game, although I think Twintail would have still been cooler for a myriad of reasons. And despite the controversy, I actually enjoy playing as and against Min Min, believe it or not. So with 5 characters that I explicitly asked for in Smash Bros. Ultimate, what DLC could I possibly want now? I'm sure a lot of you know the obvious one, so I'll start with the characters I think are cool that other people would also probably like. First, Veemon. I know a lot of people on the internet, especially in Japan, have been asking for a Digimon rep, specifically Agumon, but I like Veemon more, so this would be better. Fight me if you must. Also, how many of you would have actually guessed I'd say Veemon? Well, outside of the people that saw the thumbnail, I guarantee 0. A Monster Hunter rep of some kind, be it a monster, a palico, a hunter, whatever, would be pretty cool, even though I'm not a huge fan of that series. I still think Spyro would be significantly cooler than Crash Bandicoot. And my last not so vocal suggestion would have to be a new Zelda rep in celebration of the 35th anniversary, and just to increase the representation to be more consistent with Zelda's place in gaming in the current day. If it was up to me, we'd get Impa in the style of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, or maybe a rep from Breath of the Wild 2 that we haven't even seen yet, or you could literally pick any of the champions or their prominent descendants. Honestly, any character that isn't just another boy Zelda would be exciting to see, in my opinion. And yes, I've said this a lot, but this pick transcends that because it is literally the only character in existence that I would guarantee add to my rotation of characters for competitive play. I've said it in every Smash DLC video to date. I say it every time anyone asks me this question, and it will continue to be my answer even after it does or doesn't come to pass. I want another Pokemon trainer. My response to this question has always been that I want a Galarian Pokemon trainer that has a lineup of Scorbunny, which would be the fast combo focused lightweight, Drizzile, who would play the mid-range all-arounder role, and Rillaboom, who would be the heavyweight, but obviously he'd be a lot closer to a traditional heavy than Charizard. I'd assume his playstyle would be a fusion of DK and Incineroar, but hopefully better. And honestly, that doesn't have to be the only way that they do a new Pokemon trainer. They could use a Sinnoh Pokemon trainer in celebration of Arceus or the Diamond and Pearl remakes. But to me, it would have to be a Pokemon trainer for a new Pokemon rep, because to me, Pokemon Trainer is amongst the best designed characters from every angle in the game. On a casual end, they celebrate the Pokemon franchise better than most other characters in this game do their own respective series, and from a competitive angle, the formula results in a character that is good for a reactive, adaptation-forward playstyle. Since the day we got the announcement for Smash Ultimate DLC, so many people assumed we'd get a Pokemon character, character. If that assumption is true, there's no better way for this to come to fruition in my opinion. Literally any other Pokemon rep, assuming they be solo characters, would be a huge disappointment. Speaking of disappointment, prior to Smash Ultimate's handling of them, clones, or echoes as they've been coined in this game, used to be my least favorite inclusions across the board for a Smash game. But now that we have such a large varied roster, I'd actually love to see Nintendo announce an Echo Fighter Pass that could include characters like Shadow the Hedgehog or Knuckles, which could obviously be Sonic Echoes, or Sceptile could be a Greninja Echo, or one of the most popular examples of an Echo that people have wanted, Dixie Kong. I'd assume DLC like this could still allow Sakurai to bow out, since the design of these characters is largely taken care of through their original form. On a similar token, I think character alts could also be made into DLC very similarly to Mii costumes now. I don't know about you, but I'd put more money for a Squirtle Squad PT alt alone than every single Mii costume release combined. Why not bring back the Fire Mario suit or add an Ash Hat pack for Pikachu? There is definitely opportunity to add at least one alt per character, if not more, and it would require no heavy lifting, if no work at all from Sakurai. There's so many fighting games I can think of that further monetize their games by releasing character skins. Smash Brothers not being one of them just makes no sense to me, because I think a lot of people would happily pay money for different alts for the character they play. I would legitimately spend $5 per character that I care about for a few new alts each. To cap off the character talk, I also hope Nintendo releases a definitive edition for Ultimate with all of these characters and other DLC content in one package for a set price. It would make getting the game a lot more appealing for people waiting to pull the trigger for whatever reason, and that would guarantee a big boost to the player base, which is a win-win for everyone, Nintendo and fans alike. A few of the past Ultimate patches came part and parcel with new modes, and I'd love to see that happen with the last two character releases. Namely, I hope we get to see Nintendo add Squad Strike and Smashdown to the online offering. That I like a lot more than I would have expected given its limitation is the online Tourney mode. It absolutely needs to get updated because the way it's currently done is lacking in my opinion. First and foremost, the easy fix I think would be to make sure the 1v1 and free-for-all tournaments are always running together at all times. It already has been shown that multiple tournaments can be run at once. All they would have to change is to make sure that there's always an option to play either regardless of the day. And they should allow players to create custom tournaments for online play, just like they do for the local tournament mode. This allows for better rule sets with more stage options, longer matches, the ability to play with whoever you want, etc. Finally, the last changes I'd like to see them do is polishing up the game generally. The first thing that comes to mind are small things like how the game handles choosing a character skin. It should not take this long to load the alt. Smash Wii U even did this better, and I'm sure this isn't the only example of a small problem with this simple fix. It's just the thing that annoys me the most. In addition to that, I would love to see if Nintendo kept a team working on character balancing that keeps the meta interesting and vibrant for as long as possible. It's probably the least likely out of all of this, but Nintendo establishing a team completely dedicated to this would be the best possible outcome for the competitive life of this game. And while it's well documented that the competitive scene of Smash Ultimate is not their priority, it does seem like they do care, seeing as though they've recently established a whole competitive scene for high school kids. Why not make the game more conducive to a competitive environment if you want it to be? Most importantly, in my opinion though, would be for them to finish the improvements they promised to make to the game's online connectivity. I'm not going to beat the rollback drum like a lot of the internet has, as I'm pretty sure that's a much bigger undertaking than they're willing to do, and that definitely isn't the only possible solution either. All I know is the current system isn't consistent, and even in its current state in close to perfect conditions, it adds a ton of delay to a game that already has 8 to 11 frames of delay baked in. Obviously, improving on that would mostly be noticed by competitive players, but it's hard to deny it benefit casual players that play online as well. But those are just my thoughts and desires for the future of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC announcements, or just the E3 one if they announce everything all at once. What do you hope we see for the future of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? What character do you want? And what character would straight up make you uninstall the game if they got announced? Let me know that and more in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you clicked the like button and shared this video with a friend that also is a fan of Nintendo and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Twitch. We recently reached our subscriber goal of 500 subscribers, and we're going to celebrate it in some way. The current options we're going to have a vote on is between people requesting me to sing or say whatever they want for a stream, or a Warzone stream, but I'm down for more options if everybody is down for them as well. So leave suggestions in the comments. If you like a suggestion you see already commented, be sure to upvote it so we can see it. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more videos here on YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, that's it for me. See you next week.